Hey, what's going on there, guys? I'm back here today with another Magic the Gathering video for you. So today we're talking about the M14 Pre-Release. So I went to Top Deck Cards and Games for the M14 Pre-Release. They are located in Bethel Park, PA. A really nice store, lots of nice people. I ended up entering in the main event, which was just sealed, and also a two-headed giant event, and it was 4 two-man teams, and we sanctioned that. So I ended up winning the main event, and me and my teammate won the two-headed giant event as well. So it was a lot of fun. Ended up having some really good games, and it was a nice experience to have. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys the decks that I had for the main event and then for two-headed giant. I also got 13 packs for winning the main event, which was just sealed. So these are going to be going towards the daily pack opening episodes. And then I have some of the rares that I pulled. I actually ended up opening up my prize packs, which first place for two-headed giant got 10 packs, so me and my partner split it. So I have the rares that I got from that there because I just figured I was going to open them on the spot. And the rares that I didn't play for sealed. So let's take a look at the sealed deck first. So the sealed deck that I ended up playing was Golgari, green and black. So I have Elvish Mystic, which lets me ramp, a Scavenging Ooze, which is really, really solid, being able to use removal on my opponent's creatures and then pay 1 green, exile a creature from their grave and put a +1/+1 on him and make him bigger is really awesome. Voracious Worm, which combos off with a few different life gain strategies that I have in the deck. But ended up being pretty solid. Even if you're playing a turn 2 as a 2/2, it's not that horrible if your opponent's deck is really slow. Deadly Recluse, 1/2 for 2, Reach and Death Touch, blocks for days. Siphon Sliver, which was pretty lackluster, 2/2 for 3 with basically lifelink. The only real synergy I had was with the 6-drop Sliver that gives +3/+3 to all Sliver creatures. That was the only real synergy that I had to it. But if I was able to get through with this Sliver or make it a little bit bigger by having it fight with the 4-drop that puts a +1/+1 and has my creature fight an opponent's creature, I was able to make it a little bit bigger, gain back some life, and just kind of sail through situations like that. I have Root Walla, 2/2 for 3, and for 2 mana, gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. You can only activate it once. I had 2 Brindle Boars, which provided some little synergy with the Worm. They provided some life gain if I really needed it, but it wasn't all that much of an issue, really, whenever I started playing through the games. Undead Minotaur, which was just filler, 2/3 for 3. I just wanted a few more dudes in here. Sengir Vampire, 4/4 for 5. Pretty primo card as far as flyers go. 4/4 flying, and whenever a creature dealt damage by Sengir Vampire this turn dies, put a +1/+1 on him, which is not bad at all. Woodborn Behemoth, so 4/4 for 5, and if we control 8 or more lands, he gets +4/+4 and trample. Shadowborn Demon, which was really, really solid, even though I didn't get to play it all that often. It's a 5/6 for 5 flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-demon creature, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are fewer than 6 creature cards in your graveyard, sack a creature. Then I have a Megantic Sliver, so 3/3 for 6. Sliver creatures you control get +3/+3. It was either just a vanilla 6/6, or it would provide some synergy with, where is it? Going back a little bit, the Siphon Sliver. For my non-creature spells, I had Doomblade, Windstorm for any flying heavy decks, so X damage to each creature with flying. Shrivel, just for any of the X1s in the format, which there were a decent bit of them, so I wanted to still mainboard it. I didn't de-mainboard it. I didn't put it into my sideboard all too often, so it ended up being pretty useful whenever I needed it. 1 Verdant Haven to allow me to fix a little bit and ramp myself along as well if I'm stuck and can't get that 6-drop off. Trollhide, +2/+2 to enchanted creature, and it has 2 mana to regenerate. Mark of the Vampire, +2/+2 and lifelink on my creature. 2 of the Hunt the Week, which was what I was referring to before, I just couldn't think of the name. Put a +1/+1 on target creature you control, then that creature fights target creature you don't control. Then we have Enlarge, so target creature gets +7/+7 and gains trample until the end of the turn. It must be blocked this turn if able, which was really awesome, especially if we had like the lifelink guy, the Siphon Sliver, and we were able to enlarge him and just beat for days, or It was especially nice with the worm because I was able to crack Brindlebore, put some counters on him, and then enlarge the following turn and just have a huge worm that needed to be blocked. And then I just had a Singleton Corrupt, which deals damage to equal to the number of swamps that we control to target creature or player. We gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. And then for the basics, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 forests, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swamps. So 17 lands total, pretty standard for limited events for deck building. The rares that I didn't play were the Fiendslayer Paladin and Dark Prophecy, and I got the promo. I also got a promo for attending the Two-Headed Giant event, but I don't know what happened to it. I think my partner might have held on to it in the sideboard, the huge sideboard that we had, but no big deal. Ultimately, I still have one promo, which is pretty cool. For the Two-Headed Giant, I had Soulmender, Seacoast Drake, Phantom Warrior, Banisher Priest, which was pretty much Fiend Hunter, Warden of Evos Isle, Messenger Drake, Charging Griffin, Nephalia Seakite, Water Servant, Archangel of Thune, which was just really solid. There was the Archangel and the Scourge of Volkos. Those were the two mythics that I pulled out of the 4-packs because it was 8 packs between the two of us, and then we just chose which 4 packs we wanted to claim. Because we split the cost of the entry fee. So I pretty much hung on to the Archangel and the Scourge, and then he just held on to the rest of the rares. I have Messenger Drake, Stonehorn Chanter, and then for the non-creatures I had 2 Pacifism, Divine Favor, Essence Scatter, Double Negate, a Cancel, Claustrophobia, Time Ebb, Spell Blast, Darksteel Ingot, and then getting into our basics, we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 islands, and then 6 plains, so 17 lands again. My buddy Andy, that was my teammate for Two-Headed Giant, actually ended up playing red-green, and he was the one playing the Scourge. That's why it's not in my deck here, of course. But he played red-green, and just between my life gain and flyers and his just big red-green threats, we were just able to smash the board and go in for a 3-0 and Two-Headed Giant, and I was able to go 4-0 for the main event for Sealed and nab some packs for the daily pack opening episodes. So let me know how your pre-release went, if you attended any of the events, and if you pulled any really cool or awesome stuff, especially any of the nice and shiny foils of the good mythics. So let me know in the comments down below how your experience went, and until next time, guys, have yourselves a wonderful, fun-filled Magic the Gathering day.